and obey my commands at all times. Touch him up.
Now fighting here in the lightweight division and wants to make an impact.
Easy fight stylistically, where because Easter wants to knock out Fortuna. So fighting tall, I use my height to my advantage. It was 10 and a half.
World title at the time was vacant for days.
The opportunities here to figure him out, get his rhythm, get his timing. Easter is going to be aggressive, take the fight to the shorter man.
Easter measuring Fortuna with his jab. In Toledo, Ohio's hometown, prior to elusive once he gets going, but he cannot.
In the next round, what I mean by that. He's doing the right thing in terms of. See, I think Robert Easter.
Anything of substance here in the first round.
And interesting enough.
By moments of round one.
He just sitting back waiting to look for something. All right, so you.
Va a tratar de hacer, tirar la derecha, bajarse y después tirar de gancho.
At Barclays Center. Round number 2, Robert.
Fortuna don't make weight, and he's no longer defending his title. He fight when they signed for this fight.
Stop.
And Fortuna stopped
to Easter by being.
Stop.
He didn't want
One point. Behind the head.
It's a fight between Fortuna and Robert Easter. He certainly was too quick to the.
If the taller man want to stand there and fight with you, it gives you opportunities to hit him.
Some body work by Fortuna. He steps in.
The last round. Robert Easter had that edge. The advantage that Fortuna had, and right before he took the point up, I was saying that's a low blow by him holding Easter and punching because get a warning.
Fighters.
But it favors Javier Fortuna, has been the one to land the more telling slashing that gives him back that competitive edge. That's another low blow.
This is some of those rough and tumble affairs that may not be Robert Easter Jr. once he got involved in these exchanges. Easter using his jab. I don't agree whatsoever by the deduction. And that's the end.
Javier Fortuna, he needs to get the edge. Robert Easter's hold that danger zone. Easter grabs him.
You gotta let him go. You gotta let your hands go, but also stay tight.
The shorter guy can only do one thing when he punches, and that's reach and lunge. And you can see
5-inch straight right hand.
Descriptive with that. More active for me, stand there and fight. So now off of that 1-2, Rob.
Here in this third round is more of the aggressive, but back comes.
No. Be in there roughing him up, throwing a million punches, force it.
So nice, an inside uppercut. Junior that he likes to engage in these close. Robert Easter Jr. more active here in this third memory. Back comes Fortuna. Flow favors Fortuna.
It does not. Look at the legs of Easter now. The first round.
Physical attributes that he should be using instead of getting involved. That's going to be similar to that of the main event.
Left hand. And he hurt Easter with that left hand.
Time.
That's the end of the third.
Do not jump in there, because all he's doing is trying to counter.
I want you to stay up. Don't jump in and look at Fortuna coming out extreme.
So no. Yes, obviously that's the obvious punch. And not to do that thing. So once he gets into a habit of doing it, Easter's just not fighting tall.
Punches, saying Easter seems to be thrown off balance.
For boxing posture. And he's giving Fortuna more opportunity.
Fortuna reminds me of
the Mexican.
Oh, I know. On 4, this one's scheduled for 12.
No. Quick.
Let Easter get into that comfort zone of bringing down and not pay.
Trying to be elusive, he darts in and out. He throws
the first thing his dad said was, stop bending down.
And those are the worst kind of punches to take.
Yes, Fortuna steps in. Half steps back and throw right here. What happened in the second round? Think about that point with that. So I think it's favoring.
No.
And here, once again, to support one of his teammates, but he wants to go and take care of the fence as well. Takes a quick selfie.
Javier Fortuna should be calling him to fight.
This is Fortuna's first fight here at 135.
Wait.
They're trying to win the title. Believe it or not, there's a lot of pressure. Regardless how much
As for the 26-year-old out of Toledo.
of importance. Most tall guys, look at all tall guys. Because he's not getting any body leverage. He's not turning his punches. He's just sitting there punching in this round.
Junior, the defending champion, not his title's not on the line because
Being overweight, you don't have to worry about weight. There's no added
top with a straight left hand. He's sitting down in his pocket. He is not keeping that distance.
Robert Easter is fighting on the inside.
Sitting down and you hear this term punch with your thumb.
Ending the shots. But it's not working too well if he is.
That's the end of it.
Just too close and allow the shorter guy. Robert Easter responds with a punch on the hip and then to the head.
Round 6, this one's scheduled for 12. And Easter coming out more aggressive. We saw in the 4th round it was Fortuna. Wouldn't you be if you're his trainer?
Same thing. That's why I said if he's trying to set
The 6th round.
fighting type action, anything can happen.
Awesome marches around. Oh, a big shot there by Fortuna. Defensive. Final moments. And Robert Easter Jr. Fortuna, former super featherweight champion of the world.
To a right hook, but it was blocked by Easter.
Junior.
Yeah, I thought he
Not much is going on.
Now it's a more settled, ugly fight, so to say.
He wobbled him.
Well, I said he was trying to set him up.
And that's the end of the 6th. Robert Easter
Made a mistake, moving in, good right hand, had no defense, and bring it back low. Javier Fortuna.
The hold by Robert Easter Jr. in the 6th. Granted, there wasn't much
Happening. Easter was controlling it, but nothing was happening.
Javier Fortuna's 33-1-1. His only loss.
So Fortuna lay against the ropes.
And then delivered his own, which Easter didn't take as well as Fortuna. He's more active than what we are seeing him here tonight. Well, they're talking quite a bit here in the 7th.
Always wonder. Talking is not against the ropes.
Round number 7, this one's scheduled for 12.
Every time.
Well, some veteran.
Robert got
The back low. It doesn't bring it back to protect his chin. Oh, he's not comfortable. Easter, that is.
Gonzalez has the right mindset.
But there's a couple. It has poor defense behind the right hand. Feel comfortable stalking Fortuna.
That's the end of the 7th.
Quitaron el punto.
The
No,
fight
tú
is
estás
close
ganando
because
fácil.
they deducted a point.
Use your jab and start getting in there and let your hands go.
Center in Brooklyn, round number 8. This one's scheduled for 12.
Obviously, they had a game plan going. Very active. So yeah, keep talking. Keep frustrated.
This is around
I'm
the
with
time
you,
frame
man,
that
yes.
you went ahead and what does he have to do in order to try to
Just come at him so he can land that.
get him apart? In terms of how he's looking tonight,
That they want him to. That's not listen to him.
Let him go.
We need to get Fortuna to come forward. We got to come to matter.
inside the work from my vantage point,
I have a score of 66.
he needs to try to turn things around.
Time.
IBF welterweight crown on the line against Lamont Peter. Sensational matchups. Keith Thurman, Sean Porter.
Dead on. Get into a rhythm. Junior.
Fight tall. Be aggressive. Be active. Use rushing. Has been hurting opponents and have been so comfortable.
Although Fortuna is the one talking, he's fucking.
He basically and then he stops. Not from a lack of conditioning because Easter from his body hasn't really been doing anything.
Look what he's been doing.
And this is where Fortuna can catch him, which he's done in
Easter is not faking.
Easter has the natural ability to do that.
Mentally. And that's the most important part of getting in.
He brings it up a little bit and then he brings it back. Very good shape, but
Off the ropes. Fortuna.
Time.
Javier Fortuna, his legs just gave way. Nothing really got out, but
and from what fair to say that Fortuna has a better ring IQ than resistance.
but Fortuna have the shorter punches. That's why Easter needs
So Fortuna can land those short, compact shots because
reaching with shots, which means he's not committed in this performance. I have him up 86-84.
especially from being in a new weight class, that does not work. You need two to tango, and distance better than what Easter was.
Well, that's why I said last round. He's the but Easter got to be careful.
And Easter, Junior Javier Fortuna.
Easter is the one. He's been laying his hand out there, but he hasn't really been properly jabbed. Robert Easter's defense. He is the one who
Makes for complete action.
he needs to stay on the body when Javier Fortuna.
Into some up, inside, and up. They want bombs. Throw nothing but bombs.
Habla, mueve, and bomb.
You got to let him rip when you're close to him. Body shots.
Throughout the entire fight for Robert Easter.
Emotionally, and he tries to fight.
Yes, very much so. He goes, keep your hands up. Of his own.
This is the best clean action we have had.
What if you still have to get the W? Instructions that his corner is asking him to do. He just bit down in his mouthpiece and
Let him get wide in his shots and get mad.
let his hands go as well.
Good action here.
It is the 11th round. This is some of the best action we've seen in
There with a loss. Although you keep your title, you can't walk out here with a loss.
the 11th round. The junior champion, the 11th.
Well, Fortuna was able to go to a shoot.
Último round, no aguante. Come on, man.
We remember the second round,
Don't aguante,
Brian.
touch glove,
That
touch
did-
glove.
But I scored 9-9 for the point deduction. But in my scorecard, it's a record control.
But do you favor the... Big straight left.
I don't see fatigue being a factor in the
Whoa,
fight.
whoa, whoa.
For either
Stop,
guy,
stop,
they
stop.
seem like undefeated.
Nice hook by Bautista Jr.
Next.
He's trying to remain upright on his feet.
I think he got hurt.
And he did not.
You have to give the guy a cross and free in between. And Bautista is the one.
And now Fortuna's really coming
No,
up.
no, no.
Menace connected right there. Just over a minute to go here.
And now he's just trying to get through the ring.
Stop, 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 stop.
Fortuna and Robert Easter Jr. They both. It all
On
depends.
the outside, a shorter guy should not be landing power shots.
Sure, him and his dad are going to have a lengthy conversation. And
as a fighter, you have stuff. You have days like this. Honestly, you have days like this.
They always come on top. 419. 419.
Short was excessive, and he took a point off.
Now they pulled him from the Hall of Famer.
Robert Easter Jr.
I knew he was going to run and grab and hold, and that's what he did the whole fight.